Hello, my name is Noel Moroney, and I am privileged and proud to be a presenter with Cruise Lecturers Association, the CLA. I have been an experienced speaker for over 20 years, most recently giving 4 of my talks at the West Yorkshire Playhouse in Leeds. Throughout my successful career, I have met and worked with some very interesting people, travelled to exciting places, and have a fund of fascinating stories to tell. I spent the first half of my career in sales and marketing, working with the major textile companies. I then started my own company and began to source textiles and other new and innovative products to offer for sale to the UK marketplace. Later in my life, it was suggested that I should write a book, which would include most of my now well-told stories. Being on the committee of many clubs and organisations, they asked me to offer some of my tales to their members. These talks were very well received and enjoyed by my audiences. So instead of becoming an author, by default, I became a speaker. I've always had a deep-seated eagerness to learn new things, a thirst for knowledge, an intense curiosity, and an inquisitive mind to accumulate interesting facts. Couple all these with the photographic memory, and you have a speaker with a diverse collection of subjects and the ability to repeat these facts in an informative and entertaining manner for the benefit of the audience. I have many passions in life, including art, history, architecture, literature, and travel. These topics all materialise throughout my series of talks. Let's start with the Vikings. How many people know that when England was invaded by the Normans in 1066, these raiders were in fact the direct descendants of the Vikings, who had settled in territory granted to them by France only 150 years before? This area was known as Norseman's Land and over time became Normandy. Generally, the Vikings have had a bad press, but this talk strikes a balance between their brutal raiding, their history and culture, and their art and ornament. The pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela has been an established Christian pilgrimage for over 1,000 years. St. Francis of Assisi, Charlemagne, Dante, and Geoffrey Chaucer were included in the many millions of pilgrims. Past Times of West Yorkshire reveals some stimulating stories behind some historic buildings and some of Yorkshire's most famous men. You will be surprised and entertained with unexpected stories from history when I disclose the facts behind the myths of the history of places which the public have been unaware. Having been in the textile trade for 50 years, I have a fund of extremely interesting and informative anecdotes about the trade and its characters. I also recall all the famous people with whom I was involved during that period. No matter how many times you visit London, there is always another curiosity to discover. Come along and be captivated by the revelations from our capital city. My talk on amazing structures from around the world explains that the urge to create something huge and memorable is common to people of every culture and every historical period. During the story, to coin a phrase, we will sift through many expressions and sayings which may have teased or taxed our minds over the years for want of an explanation. Exciting Inventions explores the minds of our ancestors who discovered the wheel, how to make pottery, and how to mix dyes and pigments to make paint. This is an account of how we progressed from those early days right up to the exciting patents on the products we manufacture at the present time. I very much look forward to meeting you on a cruise. Thank you.